Hey, and welcome to The Solid Verbal. Now would be a perfect time to consider subscribing. Yeah, that little subscribe button for year-round premium college football content. That's it. Here's the video. Enjoy. Subscribe. What's on the bucket list, by the way? You've been to a number of places. What is on that list? Because obviously, if you're mixing food, if you're mixing football, if you're on the road, I mean, you can do a lot worse than schools in the SEC like LSU. You can do worse than Wisconsin. Like, what's on the list of places you haven't been?
On places I haven't been, I would like to see all of the big rivalries. What's the Yale Harvard game?
Sure.
I'd like to see that. I'd like to see the Army Navy game. I'd like to go to those games.
Mm-hmm.
I want to, like, what I love is getting a sense of these kids, of the kids being ride or dies. The sense of the fevered fandom. You know, it's really hard to get someone to go. It's really hard to get an adult to at the top of their lungs go, hey, hey, but you can get a kid to do that, and the kids do it disconnected from reality, disconnected from society and how they're perceived. And so when they do those certain chants, that's what I'd like to see. I'd like to go to a Michigan State game, Michigan, Ohio. I would have loved to go to that game.
Mm-hmm.
I've been to an Ohio State game. That stadium's ridiculous. That stadium's an entire new city. Like, that's not even a stadium.
Mm-hmm. True. The horseshoe. Yeah. I would like to see the rivalries. That's what I would like to see.
I'll be honest with you. I'll be dead honest with you. Can I tell you what I really want?
Please.
And this is I'm saying this is a pitch out loud. So I understand that someone's going to hear this and go, that's not actually a bad idea. Maybe you should have kept that under your hat, Bert. I'd like to go sit down with the coaches. I'd like to do an interview with all the coaches and get coached from all these coaches, because coaches rock. Coaches rock. Jimmy Johnson, they did a thing about Jimmy Johnson coaching when he was at Miami, and his speeches he would give. They'd come back to Miami and he'd give speeches to the players after when he was over at the Cowboys.
Mm-hmm.
Now I've written down Jimmy Johnson quotes because I go, whoa. There was a quote I heard a coach say. I wrote it down. I don't remember who said it. I wrote it down. He was saying to his team, what are you going to wish you did 5 years from now? What are you going to wish you did today that you'll regret 5 years from that you didn't do 5 years from now? Why I'm messing the quote up. But it was the idea that do the work today that pays off from 5 years. And I mean, great coaches to me, and I'm a very coachable guy. Like, I'm a very coachable guy.
Sure.
Like, I had the thought, because I was watching a documentary on Shaq, and they were talking about what's his name, who coached the Lakers and the Bulls?
Phil Jackson. Yeah.
I was like, I wonder what it would take to have Phil Jackson live with me for a month. Like, I wonder what would happen to me if I gave him, like, say I gave him like $10 million.
Mm-hmm.
You know, could I recoup that $10 million in him changing me forever to be the greatest ever in whatever I'm going to be?
The wisdom, Zen wisdom from Phil Jackson as a roommate. So it's Coach Roommate is the show.
Coach Roommate.